I'm gonna show you how I lit this interrogation scene from my latest short film, Writer. Let's do it!
I know where they're saved. You just have to let her go, and I'll help you. You fucking asshole!
Today, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes of my short film, Writer, and show you how we lit this intense interrogation scene. Let's Millie rock right into it. So for this scene, we rented out this warehouse studio that was gonna give us that grungy, dark look that we were looking for. And the first and most important thing for this interrogation scene was to get an overhead light. You got the people on either side, and you just got that light just hanging down, creating all that drama on them. So that was first things first. Now, part of this was inspired by Batman, The Killing Joke. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. But skip the first like 30, 40 minutes because it's whack. But after that, it gets good, I promise. I wanted to create this same kind of interrogation feel. Thankfully, my man Gabriel Rios is not only an actor, but a jack of all trades. He was able to rig the light up on the ceiling and hang it down right above the actors, right in place where I needed it. So that was part one. So for all intents and purposes, that overhead light was my key light. Now, a lot of people like to bring in a fill light next, but for this particular project, I was just like, you know what? I need some rim light. So that's what I went for next. Thankfully, the studio had these big circular light grids in there that were giving off a kind of yellowish light. What I wanted to do in this scene was pull in that light from my actor JD. And as you can see, as we go around the film, I'm constantly moving and adjusting where those lights are at, especially the backlight, just so that it's kind of outlined, so it's kind of like caressing the edges of the actor. That don't sound right. It's kind of, okay, whatever. It's caressing the edges of the actor, giving them that nice separation from the background. But then, remember I said Gabe was a jack of all trades, and Gabe was really the MVP of this shoot, because he noticed that the key light hanging from the ceiling was creating some harsh shadows, especially around JD's eyes. Now, the eyes are the windows to the soul and the most important thing for an actor to communicate. So to have JD's eyes not properly lit wasn't an option. So I brought in one of those other lights to fill in the light on JD's eyes. So again, I went a little out of order. I brought in the key light, then the backlight, and then some fill light. And after that, there was only one thing left to do. And I'll admit I noticed this a little bit too late because we did like 5 takes with it shot just like this. But then I thought to myself, you know what? We rented out this big warehouse studio. We might as well use it. That's when I decided to turn on the house lights up above behind JD to fill in that background space. Now look at the difference here. It goes from this, it's like Eleven from Stranger Things having one of her telekinetic moments in the abyss. That's not what I wanted. So watch the difference. Let there be light. This is what we really wanted in the first place. We see the background now, we're able to fill in some of this dead area, and now we really feel like we're in that old, wet, abandoned warehouse environment, which is what the film is all about. So that's pretty much all there was to it. And again, it all comes back to storytelling. Now stay tuned, because in the next video, I'm gonna show you how I color graded this footage to complete that cinematic look that we wanted. I'm Jared from 93rd Story, reminding you to keep it lit. See you next time.